Well, me fancy anyway for do what you say no more Hallelujah
Truth Media.
to
Truth Media.
India
Truth.
to
Truth.
truth
Yes, you. Truth
truth
Media.
media
Join and Truth Media.
truth media
Truth Media.
truth media.
Say una we dey watch Truth Media.
Me watch
Una
you
we dey listen to Truth Media.
now listen June
Una listen to.
now listen
Una we dey
to
listen to Truth Media.
now listen to so media.
No, Truth. You don't let the Truth there.
Okay, truth.
Una we dey listen to Truth Media.
Now listen to media.
Truth Media.
To media. Very no bad. Now, sir, anybody, Salomon, yeah, they live for the people them for do any business for do some. Yeah, they live the office. They no bad. Any business for do some. Are they provide for us for make any students them. Anyway, for make or the confusion or the education, anybody for learner, anybody for prepare, any song if for the anybody.
Mina Yusuf Ujalo, the Cow Footprints, and you they listen to Truth Radio on 103.9 FM, live from Freetown. Na to the last.
Every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fail, we speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media
On FM 103.9.
Radio True Media
On FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know how make we talk. True Media Radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey pray, not true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For Salon, we go stand tall. Radio True Media.
One voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night. Because we believe in hard work and faith. The Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we dey bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
True big and not dey neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth nigga, we know they play.
Now for Salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth nigga radio.
3.9.
Truth nigga radio.
3.9. Radio to media. Radio to media. Radio to media. Radio to media. Radio to media.
I hope that our visitors would listen to the song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. You know our music is rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But if a man steal a mango or breeze blow up a woman dress, bet your life we making headline in the foreign press. True, true. Lamba bombemba, lamba roba, lamba de landeka, tila loba, la dombamba, tila na. We had a little riot in this town. The headline it got, you'll swear the whole island was burning down. But I had to laugh when a visitor turned and say, what the fuss about? This happens in New York every day. You know our sportsmen are rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. All the lovely buildings which shows our progress. There's nothing about that in the foreign press.
You listen to 3.9 FM, live from Freetown. That's True the Last.
Listeners and viewers right here on the diaspora. My name is Christian Conte and this is Truth Radio on 103.9 FM and the program is Stop Press. Stop Press brings you a deep dive analysis into major issues that happen across the country. You know, headlines across radio, across television and across newspaper. In today's edition of the program, I've been joined by two distinguished guests. I have with me Madam Istina Taylor, who is the president for Women in the Media, the president for all the women journalists there in the country. Madam Istina, welcome to Truth Media.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
I also have with me another president. You know, I'm hosting two presidents today. The president for Sports Writers Association. That means all you want to write about sports and talk about sports on radio. And then President is Samuel Jr. Welcome to Truth Media.
Thank you very much, and good morning to viewers and listeners of Truth Media.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on the show this morning. And we're going to have a very exciting 90 minutes here discussing issues around WIMSAL, around the matter, the ECOWAS matter that WIMSAL has taken up, and issues around sports developments generally in the country. My name is Christian Conte. Stay with us for the next 90 minutes here on Stop Press.
I hope that our visitors would listen to the song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around.
Welcome back. This is Truth Media Truth Radio on 103.9 FM, and you can join the conversation across our various media platforms on Facebook and also on our YouTube channel. And the program is Stop Press. We begin with a very powerful story that's shaping the media landscape. Women in the Media, Sierra Leone, and Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights have jointly filed a petition to the ECOWAS Court of Justice on behalf of a colleague journalist by the name of Umu Toronka. The petition challenges what they describe as unlawful dismissal, sexual harassment at the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. And we covered the event, and a quotation here from Ms. Toronka said, "I was unlawfully dismissed, I was threatened and punished for refusing sexual harassment and exercising my right to freedom of expression after posting a viral video on TikTok." We have the president of Women in the Media, and Idenaya, for get a conversation with we, and just give us an insight on what they happen at this story. But I'm still welcome again to Truth Media. Let's take it from the start. This story has been trending in the media of a journalist by the name of Umutoronka. We, don't go ECOWAS courts now, and it's been trending. It's been a while around. More get the background. What happened when we know about this incident and the steps that don't take so far?
So this happened in 2024, inside July. So I don't know if we all can remember the presidential town hall we been to Mani. So Umu, we have been staff of the SLBC McKinney, come Freetong and cover that story there. A cover me care go, I think with the no say they can get cameraman because SLBC McKinney then self gets TV. Yeah. So then broadcast them and all, but he also do for in social media platform where he call Umunet at TikTok. So he post them at TikTok, he say, and he run a commentary. Say TikTok is all about music and sounds. Yeah. He run a commentary say, Fambuluna Luko, now this been happening today na the presidential town hall. This woman here come, he want for ask question. As all citizens of Sierra Leone, me feel say for me get on the platform without any other thing. He say, look, bodyguard surround and so. He say, if na me say if I go afraid for ask the question, he say, but this woman brave for ask the question. And the woman me finally asked the question. And that was it. I think few days after we post that, Naim in station manager call and say, no, comments then begin come under force. You na prostitute, you na this, you na bastard, excuse me for the word, but we have to say it, we're journalists. How we come na so we talk them. And then so people then begin threatening them. Then in station manager call and say, hello, on the phone. Hello, how you do everybody? I get orders from above. Please, you cease for work na SLBC McKinney. We don't sack you on the phone. So I try for ask what happened, and then the station manager tell him say, well, now this and this. You posted something on your social media, on TikTok, and after that, he try for call a few people, get. Then he call we and say, this is the situation. So me and the executive them, I discuss them with them, and then say, well, let he write an official letter, not only to we, but to SLAG and even there now other network, Women in Governance. I think now in the President's Day, he also writes to them 3 organizations and complain the matter. So we on force as female journalist organization, normally we don't tend to run to go to just start a drama or start a case or a press release. The first thing we do was to call the one in charge for say this is the situation. So our first step was to call the station manager, and the station manager explained, say this is the situation, this is the situation. And he being say, okay, well, I think say una go need for call the one way in charge of the institution.
Just
yes, go ahead.
I find the discussion is very interesting. So they really sack somebody on the phone in this 21st century. Yes. So the station manager actually confirms, say, I sacked this person on phone. That means the person was a staff of the SLBC.
Exactly.
Which was in contention the case starts.
Ex-
Like, no one a volunteer. No, I don't know how many years supposed to volunteer in all the work for SLBC safe, not just some auxiliary staff and things like that. But they confirm say they sack her on the phone.
All right.
She was a staff.
Exactly. So after we done the happening, we call and contact the person where they in charge. We try for not for call name in too much. We call the person where they in charge and tell us, say, this is the situation. Let we find way for settle this, so that the person all waiting be want. Now for let the reinstate and back, let it go walk. I mean the only thing he be want. A promise was made and a promise wasn't fulfilled. And then we call again that this person, okay, we are checking TikTok page. People are telling her to pull down the post. And then say if you not pull them down, then begin threatening and say then go kill them, then go burn them alive. If people that even work are gonna eat us, you know. And when I raise this concern, the posse work call say it's Tinabo left me. All man then can threaten. We say then they troll you online. I say you know how many journalists where when death starts by trolling. We don't take that thing lightly. If we take it lightly, we have failed the people that we work for. When are we journalists then? I tell them, I say, they need for make an arrest of them people, a public show of them. He said, okay, he don't transfer the case to the head of the police, and then the cyber unit go take over and make sure say they arrest them people here. Nothing was done. Nobody got back to me. Now, to what you say. So after the confirmation and all, we pull out a press release because the delay be done too much. And American Embassy been post something concerning that. So we put out a press release and condemning the act, first of all, that we're not saying don't sack someone, but there are procedures to sack someone. Firstly, you get for query that person, they know to so. A for C file, if now somebody can, thank you. If somebody cancel me, if somebody, we remember then cancel, we for Kali complain. You know what you can do? If they complain, say they don't intimidate them and seize the advantage. The first thing what they do, and this has been done in the past now, SLBC, they call the Director General and say, this is the situation. I want to have a meeting with you. Or the Director General, he said they call me. Then we sit down. He show me the file then. He say, look, we don't query this post here, we don't get a letter. Then you know. Then that means, because after 2-3 terms, you're eligible now for SACAM, but with a document. You get me point? So when we pull out the press release, they pull out a counter press release saying that they don't know this person. They say this person be work for them, short term 2018. No, 2018. And me, I was a mentor. I worked for BBC Media Action, and I was mentoring me first radio station where I mentored at SLBC McKinney. And when I did that, I met Umu there.
And on that very day, we covered the event, we covered the whole drama. She was wearing some SLBC vest or regalia and all down there. And you know, that takes me to another question. We got an umbrella body called SLAJ, Society of Journalists, and contrary to popular belief that you need to be a member of SLAJ, SLAJ was established to look out for matters where you get for do with freedom of speech. You don't need to be a member of SLAJ. So I could remember at some point in time people like Dr. Sylvia Blyden, who was a member of SLAJ, to the best of my knowledge, not anymore, except he get for being reinstated at some point in time. You know, there were attacks on her, and SLAJ stood up that, this is wrong. As long as you get for do with freedom of speech. There are several examples of people that were not a SLAJ member, some are civil society in the day, people like Marcela Sambasi say whether they'll be attacked, and SLAJ stood up. What has SLAJ done in their capacity as the parent body? Because now it's WIMSAL pushing for this. Has SLAJ played its role as parent body in the entire matter?
So the first thing we were expecting from SLAJ was to pull out a press release. Like we would have done, we gave the opportunity for a joint press release because we are an affiliate body of SLAJ. We were expecting a joint press release, but that did not come out. SLAJ told us that when I called the president then, he tell me say then they investigate. And he then gets person at the board, where now it represents SLAJ, so they don't give him the tax for, how do they call him, for investigate. Then they also call the vice president then, Banga. Say, let Banga take, let it take Umu and Kerango SLBC, which he did. He took Humu, then go na SLBC, then Sidom, and they explain this person talk, but nothing came out of that. And also, you were a journalist, and Samoris were all in 2024/AGM, right? Mm-hmm. We'll come up with the issue. So SLAG will finally agree, say yes, well, this is serious, and then they hand over the case to IMC. So openly they hand over the case, and the now chairman of IMC was there and said they would take up the case immediately, which they did. So in September last year, September or November, then do the first hearing, then do na McKinney na this university, UNIMAC. Now in that day, then do the first hearing, where then call the SLBC person, because the station manager was represented that day, then call him, what's in the happen now? How we for do? He say, well, what una go say? He say, well, he no gets anything for say. He can't give legal waiting. We, as women in the media, we no directly go talk, but also because Umu don't go through a lot, she had to self-exile and all of that, and where people trivialize, because whatever happens to women, they trivialize it. And where then they happen, we find lawyer for them.
Will they come to the part where, get lawyer and all that and go? But before that,
No, I want for done with the IMC.
Okay.
They did the second hearing, then a Freetong, on the 10th of December. Second hearing. And then we suppose, so then call again. Is anybody here to represent the SLBC? Nobody was there as legal person. So then say because of that, they promised that they will give a default judgment. But from December 10 to now, we don't get anything from them yet.
So as a journalist, as an active member of SLAG, and SLAG don't they even kind of represents people who are not even journalists, represent in the sense that they speak up for them when their rights are being trampled on. You feel at any point in time disappointed in the parent body that should have provided leadership at this material point in time?
Well, I would say, me as the president, me feeling not really matter, but with the person who they represent felt really bad. I remember one day, she was stressed out. She was where he go when he self-exile. Some even they try for fame because also even they, not be able for day again. The person say for move. I mean they try for fame other place for day. One the panen them Uber drivers them drag them. He damage serious one. He nails them come out. Pass where we get for Call Media Foundation for West Africa, and we lawyer Ingets Network now with Ghana. We help for get and lawyer. They help the guy being get for pay losses and all of that. I'm saying this not for make una know say the issue is real. And he called me, he cry. He say, I be expect say, he say when something happens to, he make mention of other man journalists them, where around that period things be happen to, or even quite recently, where they start pull out a press release condemning the issue, and he say in that case, nobody give him that kind of thing. And we member feel really bad.
And a lot of people, like you said, trivialize the issue. And, the whole thing, some people say, this is not drama in the cause. This lady wants to travel. You want to use her for seek asylum. You want to get further opportunities. And is that the case? How, to what extent, this will affect them as a person?
If she was seeking asylum, she would have not been in Usa Ideso. I don't want to, because that active case, I don't want to talk about the country, but it's an African country. She's struggling for her life because everything he knew, then take him away from him. Just a single threat can destroy a whole human being. But we don't even, we not even know that one day. And once it's a woman, we tend for say, if like beer, if we're waiting, if we just take her no more. And this lady, don't suffer series of sexual harassment and assault.
With the
with the council Dandy. So Dandy also don't deal with, don't mess up with them as a person for working under, and you subordinate me when a journalist. I have had few of those things. You go feel say me when a president of himself, I not getting kind of thing in there. People not be afraid safe. For not afraid the position of the person first. For say this person get mine for I've
had people harass female ministers of
course. I have had a situation where, to the point, It took me 3 days for Comonado. I cried my heart out. And this is the situation. Now, this lady, it ain't at this place. And they work. We had to lobby for let we able for get money, for let we pay in bills, and for let we make sure say not say you forget to stay there. We have to pay for that. We also then the possible been there to drive and come out middle nets. We also have to get money. You know, Robert Kennedy, they are not only supporting in terms of litigations in the case. They provided money, and I said this openly now, we last AGM. I reported about it. They provided $4,000 so that this lady go able for get side usai ego.
We definitely come to the ECOWAS matter.
Yeah.
But before I let you take a break, just one more question. A lot of people regularly ask questions around, you took the case to the ECOWAS courts. A lot of people would want to ask this question. What home remedies, which one I don't try back home, we get, like you said, you mentioned the IMC, there is Slash that could have put out a press release and try to settle the matter internally. We have the courts, you could have gone to court here and try to advocate for your right. Which one I don't do so far back home for ensure say, una look at the case and get a remedy home before we go to the ECOWAS court.
So the first thing was for pull out the press release, what I mentioned. That could have been a way for drawing people and say, let we can see them. Not to so. Yeah. That's one. But we got a retaliated press release or for deny, like a press release for say, oh, this person will work for we, this person, it be just the count marketing and all of that. And that was the first thing. We asked Sludge for take up the case. Sludge said, okay, well, then don't take on board, and they hand over to IMC. We waited before this. So we were already in talks with Robert Kennedy, the time where we go this large AGM in 2024 September. But we had to tell them that we'll put an hold first, let we see waiting they work locally. We talked to them one. Then call the first hearing and call the second hearing. And 1 year apart, nothing was done. And I will ask you as journalist to journalist, do you trust the court system?
A very interesting conversation. We have had this.
We can get them later on.
We have had this conversation over and over and over again, and we get a lot of people just I don't like for the just repeat and go back. We had a couple of weeks ago, just on Wednesday, we had a conversation about the Supreme Court, about the saga they gone, and a Supreme Court judge, they ask for justice and things like that. And we have politicians who have come here where they even, you ask them questions about going to court and they say, they smile about it. They're not outside, they say, we're not trust the court.
There is a trust deficit.
There's a trust, definitely, in the court. So most people then think, say, there are other remedies than we going to court.
Yeah, so, and we were expecting that, how things happen at this country. Normally, waiting to happen, we all know, say, where case come up, then they say, law patients, it die just now. Yeah. And then they sweep them under the carpet, waka param. And
that's always the case. I don't get matters where they write. They say, let the journalists write to them. When they go left for right.
Thank you. So we want, because we remember they suffer, we want something very urgent. And also, another reason for going to ECOWAS court is also making sure that this is a precedent. We as employers them, because most of we now, we don't reach the point to say we employ people them. We for no say, the people that they work on that way, then get rights. And most times when things happen in the media, now, me and a media person, but are there for also blast for the media as well. Yeah, when things happen in the media, we trivialize them thing and then. We take and say, oh, let me just manage the situation. This is grave. What thing happens, so not a one. In case no unique. Man, I've had stories. I don't get people the way we don't say, would they take up this case? Then say, no, if you take this case, then go sack me. Then go retaliate. Then go kill me. Then go threaten me. People are scared, man. People are really, really scared. And we're not doing much inside the media. Okay, the lab bust another thing again. The media gatekeepers them, man them. Yeah. So and when things happen to we, as woman them. They say, but set you mouth. But forget about this talk, it's Tina. Let the talk die now. You not pick you get sharp mouth. Oh, you get this. You're pointing fingers. Why are we not? If we the journalists there with a point finger. Now, Amadou in Lamgana Bar, they sit on a ya. They speak truth to power. For the country for better.
Definitely.
Why we not for speak truth to power?
You know, I am one person who has always said this. You know, and sometimes I also blame the female journalists or women. You know, I remember at some point in time I picked up the story and I wanted to speak about sexual harassment in universities. And I wanted to be specific, departments and places like that. You know, just for create a context in this, and people don't understand. I don't get a problem with people having relationships in the universe. No, I'm an adult, but I have issues with somebody using your authority for pinning down a female student, saying, okay, if you not do this, this is what will happen. And you'll be surprised. I have a lot of text messages from female students saying, I said, oh, this person harassed me. I have audio messages, and you ask any of them, I want to put this story out. Are you willing and ready to speak up? And there was a time when I was in the law department, and most of the lecturers there are lawyers, very senior lawyers. So if you want to take up an issue like that, you have to have some very strong legal backing. But most of the ladies are like, no, left no more. We don't want to talk about this. So maybe that is some also problem. But we will definitely talk about the sexual harassment.
We can talk about that and the force. It's not only the intimidation and all of that. So now I make we out in the column we tag hashtag, if you check on this case, is stamp out this from classroom to newsroom. That is the goal. So now Leka will say no more. Chris, if you then they pay you small money, now that money they depend for pay picking school fees, for feed your family. And then there's a story where you for actually give proof. If you give that one day, waiting go happen.
You lost your job.
So you see, now I make we commend Umuthawonka so much. Sometimes I sit, my heart is full because Umu is so brave for talk about something like this, where thousands of women them just say, no, me I afraid left, so I just they avoid. Now Umu get mind. So, listen, this is the sexual harassment thing, then inside the SLBC, then try for contain and day. Now, when he reports the matter in 2018, first.
You want fast forward me. You know, the sexual harassment thing.
All right, so now, I just want to tell you, now if you report about somebody, then can go na you host. In this case, the person go na you host. Then they call you, say, this way they do so. Then can make people then die.
Yeah.
You go die, you go lost your life. You go afraid.
These are things that happen all over the place. Even for women journalists, they are the same thing. You know, I've reported stories and people then say, no, this Korean picking going on this, you know. But always, usually men, we just bear it up and squeeze it up. But women, most times, you know, quite vulnerable. I understand some of these things. We definitely they can look at the sexual harassment case and the ECOWAS case. Keep staying with us in the program. Her name is Tina Taylor, the president for all women there. Woman journalists in the country, and she's president of WIMSA, and we're here talking about things that were very pertinent to the growth of the media and the ECOWAS case with WIMSA don't take up for a journalist. And I think this will be like a trademark case. This is a case that we will definitely follow. We don't follow ECOWAS case them. I remember Sata Lamin gets a gang rape case, 7 man then gang rape during the 2018 elections. It's been in the ECOWAS court. 10 hours in the gone, and we're following that matter. So definitely we'll continue to keep our eyes on this. And we also get with Winner, the studio as I introduced earlier, the president of Sports Writers Association. All the sports journalists them are the presidents this, and he's Sam Morris Jr. Welcome once again, Sam Morris, to the program.
Thank you, Christian.
Now definitely one shift to attention.
For one call one name, but
we get this very topical and serious thing we talk about here, but let's quickly just shift our attention quietly to the world of sports, where a lot of exciting things are happening. You know, quite recently, after an intensive 2 weeks course in sports journalism, ethics and management, we don't get, you know, Fobe College don't certify the first batch of sports journalists. I think this marks some very major step in professionalizing sports media in Sierra Leone. As president of SWASAL, first of all, how's the feeling like? You know, when we start journalism, a lot of other people, they tell me, say, now go on a parliament or go report sports. I don't ever like report sports. I don't know why, but you know, they look at like this a trivial piece. Go do no more. And sport journalism is a very serious niche in the media. And I can tell man, they get money past almost all the sports, and people don't even know. It's very serious, and it's something people should take seriously. So like, forget for the first time, it's Fobe College. You know, they certify people then. With regards to sport journalism, what does it feel like? How you start first of all, and what's the feeling like as president?
Thank you very much. You know, I'm so excited about that, and you know, at reach a point I become emotional because this now a dream where I look forward to, and very soon it will become further more reality than waiting happen. So because the long term dream now for we get what we call a course for the first time in this country. We want to start out with a diploma in sports journalism in Sierra Leone. So they can always say a journey of 1,000 miles. You never start with a step. Yeah. So getting this one with the Human Kinetic and Sport Department, it shows yes, we don't start for Waka, you know. And already we did in an advanced stage, possibly the 2025-2026 academic year come too early, but 2026-2027 academic year go be the year way, then it will become outright reality. You know.
Mm-hmm. So when we look at sustainability, you know, before I come on the show, I was doing some basics. Like I say, most of sport journalists said the only time they follow sports is when there's politics in the sports. I follow a lot of it. So like based on the research I do in 2024, you know, FBC they launched some track and field officiating calls we didn't do, and the question is how sustainable are these? Now one of something I want to just do now, and which is very good, or something we want to intend for keep doing, and we'll get a level where we have people doing not only certificates, we get like diploma, we get even up to master's level, people specialized in sports reporting generally.
All right, I want to go small in history and come back.
Yeah.
Me, we sit down as president for the sports writers. Sports, when you call me name, everybody knows say Samuel Junior, sports don't be part of me. You know, all my life up to date, you know. So when you talk about sustainability, now the more is in this, we consider forget what we call. If we don't get a diploma in sport journalism attached na the institution, FBC, Lixal, Jala, you name them, possibly in McKinney, Unimac. We don't get this. I think say now the institution that you now for embrace and for Ulam. We as an association, I know go there as president of Swasal all the days of my life, but I would definitely, even if outside the presidency of Swasal, it's a bit like we don't born picking. You want to continue for the nurture for see how best it will come out very good. So even outside the presidency of Swasal, Nadamik, we already don't begin inside the classroom right now. We say the personal knowledge. So outside presidency of Swasal as a lecturer, we will continue for keep the dream alive, for ensure say this continue. Because you rightly mentioned, you see sports, the sports ecosystem, it's too big. I don't know, Sierra Leone up till now, we not agree for embrace sport it. Too. I will say this, it's as if we a joke. We don't understand the beauty of sport. I will give you instance in UK. One thing where they boost the UK economy, na sport. For instance, let's say the weekends. There are times football, they start Friday, You get them Friday night football them in UK. Game they play Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's not only football. Oh. This not what me don't experience firsthand. When you say game they play na London, the train station them, they always when 2-3 hours to match the train station and they full. At times then they divert the traffic. You know, most people and they buy train ticket just for going to that venue there. That not just football. Oh. You get other sporting activities where they can go on. You get cricket, you get rugby, you know. That not for just the weekend. Then you can get Champions League games the way they play on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then you get Europa League where you can play on Thursday. So tell me to Saturday, Sunday. At times one time you can get Monday night football where you can play as well. So all throughout the week, activities they go on, sporting activities they go on, and you don't see the venue then they flop.
And the tickets are not cheap at all.
Yes.
In England, you know, for go watch like
that now only the tickets no
Manchester
more.
and all that, Liverpool and all that.
What about the transportation? What about the pubs then?
The pubs that they sell and stuff, yeah. It's
You
a
know,
whole ecosystem. Yeah.
Now so we really not utilize yet the potential of sport in this country. But how we go able to do it? If we, the sport journalists them as well, the people where they send the message out, if you don't train them, you don't improve their capacity, way for send the message. Because not all the time, you mentioned rightly now, say, you only they follow sports that much when na politics. But there's so much more we go beyond the politics aspect of sports.
Okay, so like, what is Swasal actually do? Because from what you they follow, it's about football. Yeah, football is probably the most popular game for Salone and across the world. You know, but we get other sports that they do so well in. Like a couple of years, I follow the beach volleyball, the Count Loyals. I don't follow things like Scrabble.
Yeah.
They don't win, you know, medals. Quite recently, okay, even in football, quite recently, the female team don't do some stuff. We have under 17 they do, and we have other sports there where they go do well, and you know some of them get a position called lawyers. But people are just focused on sport. Even the sport journalists there, why are they just focused on sport? What is Swasal doing for ensure say even in reporting, and some of these sports there you need specialized reporting. I remember I said attempt for reports. One sport something and which I do be so mixed up and somebody not supposed to call me. They say like I don't know whether it's cricket or one sport. They say not to like one knot and all that. It was like one love and you know
tennis,
there's a language.
Yeah.
What do we do to ensure that people report other sports and know the diction of sports? So they just can't report for you know get love for the game, specialize in it, and maybe not even football they call the greatest lawyers. Countries they're doing cricket we know them for. Countries are doing other sports we know them for. What's Swasal doing around some of these things?
Yeah, and indeed we are doing our best. But again, the sporting discipline, them, the sporting bodies, them themselves get a role for play. When I first take over, me first time, Christian, I will tell you, inside Sierra Leone at that time, we were able to identify just 5 sport journalists that were able to report cricket to their fingertips. Me, Wisidoya, Bernard Touré, Bokari Aliou, you know, to some extent now, Ali Sonta, few sport journalists that they report cricket. But I engage the Cricket Association. Let we get a specialized training. Now waiting we look forward to for now. If all the sporting discipline them, we don't engage them, but up till now, some now, because again, someone will tell you, say, the funding. But you don't go sit down at your comfort zone no more. Yeah. You see funding.
Do something.
You have to move. You know, some of them sporting discipline, you know they attract the sport journalists them for cover because if me they come for report on cricket, I not sabi waiting now for report the cricket, say Sierra Leone scored 29 runs.
Yeah.
In 15 overs for the loss of 8 wickets. All them times then you get for Sabi waiting a mid of line and length, the bowler line and length. If you don't sabi that, how the journalist go able to report am? They could just sit down and they watch, they don't understand the game. So we still lay on we engagement with some of the sporting associations, but the willingness.
I trust that because some of them gaps on us, see, make we don't start something like this.
Exactly.
Some of them programs there.
Exactly. Now, again, if by God in power, the first set or the first batch of sports journalists start sports diploma in sports journalism, LIXAL, this 2025-2026 academic year, it will be good. Because one other good thing is that you go get them experts there and then various sporting association there for when they come na the classroom.
Yeah.
At least come take the sport journalist there. Again, you know, will capture everybody because the institution as well gets their own criteria for take. Yes, but now that means we they try as best as possible for engaging institution for see how best we go get more of our members then for enroll. But again, it stop back again the willingness of you the individual. When we start this first one we also with human kinetic, the association will therefore go dig deep for pay for at least 5 more members. Not to talk about other executive members then for just casual members then for you. But if imagine the one at LIXAL now, the association buy forms for 5 members. Yeah. We get for force people now for go give them the form now. Yeah. You apply and see how best we go. Imagine.
You know, you influence as a lecturer, as very senior lecturer.
No, well, again,
forget more of the members there, you know.
Yes, you go talk to the member. You know, when we start sport journalism, imagine you don't go cover World Cup, you don't go camp, you don't go na Fobi College it, or you don't go na higher institution it. Yeah? If you decide say no more, they follow the money, you already don't make your name down. Imagine you don't sit on a classroom it for journalism. You don't go cover World Cup, you don't come. Wait till they have to sit on a classroom for. But we look online, they will say no. La go na classroom. Yeah? Then tell them the willingness day. And from nowhere you see people and begin support you. Say I they pay. When me I they pay for you this year. So the willingness again for start from the individual, Christian.
Definitely.
We go do all what we can do for help the members them. Create the platform for them. But if they not decide for go ahead and do them, what I will do?
Definitely. Okay, Samuel, you know, continue to with we in the program. You know, sports it's a very interesting topic when we talk about sport because sports is so broad. But most times we only keep focus on football. You know, and we set up begin report one sports because I might want to cover World Cup. So, Mr. President, you are not for facility and every while the stars win, more will cover the World Cup. But evidently, we still get Istina Taylor with our studios, and we can go na the second part of the Umu matter. You know, one was about in rights for freedom of speech and all that. And as we don't get the background, he posts a video, Osai, a go to a town hall meeting, and one lady will ask the president's question, and there was drama around that, and get issues within institution, the SLBC. Now, on the second flank, before we talk about the sexual harassment allegations, how will I get this partnership with this Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights? How is the partnership like?
So Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights, then they do work, say Robert F. Kennedy, even na US, even they work on human rights and human rights issues them, they work on litigation before they may assassinate him. Yeah. So when he died, in WEF, INSEF na human rights defender. In WEF say, in honor of Robert Kennedy, therefore continue to do this work. So for 60-something years or more, they have done this job. Then they work with South America, then they work with Africa as well. And in Africa, then they do research. They want to know Waiting they happen, female journalists, male journalists, waiting at some of the issues the way they come up. So this we actually get a relationship with them. The partnership came out of a research we didn't do in Africa, West Africa specifically. And because of we posted about this, we pull out a press release. So many people covered this story in the past, last year. So this was one of the cases that were, that they got in the research. And then one of the doctors there in a salon, and he reached out to me. He says, Tina, this case is very interesting, and we know say that Wim Saldown, they support this person for push this case. Would like to have a conversation with you. I say I work as consultant with this organization, and then I would do the introduction. We had the introduction, and then we had the first meeting, and we started having the conversation. We included Umu in it, so that instead of actively present in every conversation. So that's how we started, and they were so interested. They were so interested in this because they know say this is a real violation, and also there are other elements. This also could help in future in terms of harassment and sexual assault and intimidation.
So I want to ask, how did the issue of sexual harassment come into the mix? Because it started off with freedom of speech and all that, and we had sexual harassment, and around people have been saying, you just drop down there no more because you want to build a stronger case. This not really part of the conversation. How do they come up and some people they say, this don't happen, you don't say safe. And I was telling people, even if in other jurisdictions like America, possibly they say 50-year-old mommy they say, when I was 10, I go to school, this man, sexual harassment, and the case comes up. I don't know what's the laws in our jurisdiction, but how do they drop into the mix, and what's the relevance of this?
So from where we start this, it has been both wrongful termination and sexual harassment. So I reached out to one Pande organization, where they fit for women and all of that, and the way they provide legal service. And say, this is the situation that we have, even before we pull out the press release. So I say we need advice because they provide litigation and legal service to Umandem. This is apart from the wrongful termination, there is also sexual harassment and assault in this particular case. And they told me, because they don't pass 5 years or so, or 3 years, and they not be reported to police, so I don't think it's something that we can carry. So when we did the press release, we mentioned this abuse, but also we mentioned about the intimidation and the wrongful termination. And then when we lawyer, where we get for we client, where they present the case during the IMC hearing, it was mentioned there. It didn't have the document. There is a document that was sent to them. It did it. And we've always mentioned this, but I think people would want to hear what they want to hear. And I remember when I raised this issue up, one by the people said, you just to the people the way they in charge, you just defend way for stick, you're just trying to stick for fair case. We're not. And then imagine I get this in confidence, I talk with somebody in confidence, the person grab and call the head. I call in confidence.
Yeah.
I'm asking for a legal advice. It called the person. It's not anybody where you talk to in this country, they know. Then they call me. Like how? Like if imagine there are issues there, and this is the issue around sexual assault. So let me give you background around this, how it happened. So this lady, from 2018, Sote he left in 2020. He'll be left for like 5-6 months before wedding. The station manager, the now station manager, will come. Now I call him back. He said, I come. Now the 4 months this I not see you. Please come back. From that 2018, the station manager will be take over. Then it don't constantly.
No, by the way, would it make it very difficult for people to understand?
Yeah.
Because it's station already take over.
So yes,
we don't want to call them,
yeah, because of because it's a case
Yeah,
now.
okay.
So I'm trying as much as possible not for
to
call
avoid
names
it.
because it's in the court.
Definitely. Let's go ahead.
So if not to be that
I
day,
just want to let people understand this context.
no, if not to be that day by now, names would have been
Yeah,
flying
definitely.
around because this is stock press. We get, names for don't fly, but because of the case. So I hope people go really understand. Say we were trying to protect some of the evidences.
Definitely.
Now that they make. But so then the station manager will be there from 2014 to 2018. They move them. You don't say they can transfer. Then transfer them for go other side. So then come with a new station manager. Well, that station manager, they've there from 2018 to 2024, early 2024. Where they pull them, then come with that man where they don't pull back. But that man where they don't pull back, not to cause this one. Now the one way come 2018. He called the lady, he say, in one let them get a conversation. He say, but you know, say all yes, the world get yes. So in go let them get the conversation on a private side. Now one of his staff they host. The lady went there because if your boss call you, you know go. We know, we in a media, we know there is this power dynamics, there is this way then you use. So he go. And this person, this said manager, they forced this lady for making get oral sex with them. The lady goes and he meet her neck, he don't pull his neck, he all.
Did I hear that?
Yes, I'm not fine-tuning this. The lady all in waiting, they force him.
This is quite interesting.
And then
even though there are allegations of sexual harassment, where they go on, where they don't allege.
Yeah.
Then you come and you start all over again.
No, so now after that one now, I come. Where this happen? Where the lady?
Okay, this is not the initial.
Now in this, now the initial thing where happen. Now they talk about
after
so.
the case and
No.
they call for go settle the case and something.
No, this was the initial part. First the lady and all of that. So the lady no agree. The lady go, and the lady go tell people then at the place there. Now I call them. It's good most times when people get phone where they record, yeah? Now I call them.
And she has evidence.
Yes. Say, you, what do you do so? Threatening remarks. Saying, that's what make them kill na. Oh, that's what make people then, that this make person people they lost their life. Why you go and tell people then say this happened and this happened? Then the lady it turned time like, this not happen? But also, then after that, they pull this person PAM program. The program where the lady be the presents, then get contribute, then go the program there. He pull them all. Then the stipend where they can give them because where you not contract staff. Because they get permanent staff, they get contract staff na the SABC. Where you not contract staff every month, they give you I think 600 or 700 leons. He pull them, he stopped that money there for 5 months. The lady pay transports. He can't have free tongue. He can't let complain to the then Director General. He can't let complain. He said, this man, he said, that's what he do me. And in the presence of this lady, the Director General called this man and scold him. And tell him, say, what you do? So he completely wrong. Reinstate this lady. Begin give this lady in stipend back. Because you know, you stress him, you do this, you do that. But my own issue when we get with the institution, because it's not an individual get institution. My own issue when we get with the institution.
How much have they done to protect?
Thank you. So you cannot.
But these things happen in institutions anyways.
Yeah.
But which one they do? What's their policy and all that?
Thank you. So when we begin for employ staff, then are women in the media because we not been executive member, the woman but we will begin for employ staff. The first thing we did was to develop a safeguarding policy. And meaning not all them, if we get man staff them, if they harass any of the woman staff them, there is a safe space for let the woman staff them report. That's one, and we will take action within 1 week.
Yeah. So it's very interesting what the story. Most of us have not had the opportunity of hearing, the background story and all that. And I'm worried about the evidence going to courts, to the ECOWAS courts, the standard very high. Now, what has been done for protect the evidence? I'm saying this because I don't follow cases in the ECOWAS courts. I've seen where sexual assault cases don't go to ECOWAS courts, and they come back to Sierra Leone police, and Sierra Leone police were like, this statement will not say this station being born, or during election there was, something as trivial and as annoying as that. I'm saying this, and it's quite painful. I've covered that story in like 6-7 years. For one simple report to the director of police, this is evidence. Perhaps you might have to go back and throw affidavits and get the, what are you doing to protect this evidence if you have all this going to court?
So, like when you mentioned this, tell I be the mentor na SLVC Maburka. When me I've been work for BBC Media Action, we've been get a case where we been follow or strongly behind this. One man of God, we call himself pastor. Now, he go sleep with one 8-year or 9-year-old pikin. He tear him. Then they left because the man a popular man na Maburka. They left Maburka. Then Kana Makeni for can do the reports. Makeni file us. Now we go na the police station with me mentee them. We go tell them say if this file, if you not find this file back, this case not to Makeni and Maburka no more they stop. It go. We they talk every day. Pass it happen. I send them, me mentee them from different area. Then they talk about her. The case, the file appear back. But look, can't now to
so imagine if you not to be media person and you don't get this. This is what we always say here. The law for them in such a way that all man get access. You don't need for know me. You don't need for be somebody influential in the society. So if you not be there, and these are cases that happen on a daily basis.
On a daily basis. Let me come to real evidence. So you see, when that only make it important that if you're doing in this kind of case, then, and that is why it's hard when you, because of the trust issue, you will look for other remedies for file and all of that. So we work with Robert F. Kennedy, and they are the legal-minded people. Then they give you advice. Then they how for protect we evidences them, all of it, and we are going according to. We are not we not jump any one step. We follow everything with the advice. Even when we come on our radio, we have to have a briefing, and then that is why I beg people and say there are lots I cannot say because of the evidence system. Yeah, so we are protecting the evidence system.
So let's talk about the lawyers you have. We get to say a lawyer. I know say I don't see him with Una.
Yes.
And he's one of Sludge lawyers.
Yes.
Very good. And he's somebody you could trust to present your case. But I just want to get other lawyers with this partnership who might not be Sierra Leoneans. Is it better to have people who maybe they're not attached to the case and could have a wider perspective and see this thing differently? Is that what you're looking at with this partnership?
Well, we say we need more people for join. Even now, we are looking for advocacy partners as well, because doing this for Umu is doing it for other female journalists in the media. So we're looking for partnership locally from organizations, them where they give legal support and pro bono services as well. But we get Paul Kamara Esquire, we one power lawyer, but we get a barrage of team. Robert Kennedy get lawyer them. Plenty lawyer them. In fact, the lead legal person, Ikechukwu Uzoma. Yes, a Nigerian lawyer, but he work with the Robert Kennedy.
Definitely, and some of these cases that make some people inspire me lawyers, But along the line, things change.
I know.
Continue to stay with us. The program is Sina Taylor. Very interesting revelations here, and we'll come back to you definitely. Forget, as we wrap up, more look at what this means for Salian, what this means for the media landscape, and how we'll get this will be a very strong precedent going forward in the media. I'll come back to Sir Maurice Jr. We'll go to the most interesting thing. When we follow past ordinary sports, the politics of sports. Now, there was a period in sports when we follow, as an outsider, we know they report sports regularly, but there was a period when we get SLFA elections, there was a president, Madam Aisha Johansson, in the media, all over the media, Madam Aisha Johansson, and every sports program you tune in was, either Madam Johansson don't do this, or the SLFA committee don't do this, or this, it was like a very untidy, I'm not being specific on what team Madam Aisha Johansson they do, whether it was good or bad, no, but they play, and there was always this rancor. We had another president in the person of Thomas Daddy Brahma. There was always rancor, but there seemed to be some level of stability. My question are that, what in SWASA they look at in terms of promoting the sport, even though the politics they go on, because what we notice over the years is that the politics overshadow reporting the sports. And the government don't align, also take this camp, and they affect the professional work of reporting the game of itself, the various games in the sports. What is what they do for ensure say yes, there's the politics. Why is the politics they go on? Like what is happening right now? It's a bit better now, I would say. What are you doing to ensure say this all they happen, the politics they happen, but this game is being promoted and reported. Sometimes even football salon they know it for. Now one game we can just spark something up and everybody knows selling for this game.
I don't think tax. Well, my brother, I tell you so. It's very, very tough.
You see the president, this is the president of Sports Rights Association. I understand.
And it's tough and frustrating, Christian. When you look at some certain sports journalists there, where you feel say go be an example. But now then are the leader there in this. It reach a point. One good thing with the in Swasal Force. Follow you occupy an executive position at Swasal. Then they own. Sometimes pass way, some of you go don't die, the Faja bury them, Franco them, we them go don't die now. So that particular clause they go change that constitution. But we go continue for uphold them. If you all public relations PR position or you are attached as an executive member in any sporting discipline, you may be executive member as well. Would they pull you away? Me we see there, it affect me. Me first era wa come na executive as assistant secretary general of SWASA. And the reason people can some personal reason or people can want interpret another way, but the truth is a very good. It prevents conflict of interest.
How it affect you? Because the allegations
at that time, no, not so. Now something like 7-8 years talk at the television now. I come as assistant secretary general. Now so me start as the executive of SWASA. But during the 10 imagine how we fought for the revival of SWASA because SWASA we don't go down the drain when the former president Amadou Ba been left the association, nothing not been functional at that time. So we fight for revival. The constitution we been there, come, we get an amendment and this and that. But that clause they been there. So we not been pick up. And then we just PR person, na Port Authority. Me, Musa, Bernard been there cycling. Lachke been there, Mighty Blackpool. So Ibrahim Sisse. So you guys see now identify that and make protest against a petition we had at that time. So we give an excuse. We come out at the executive. And I look
the president talk like president. He circumvents the what's not the actual issue. So people understand. So people coming in next for no say if you don't choose camp, you don't do part of this.
Honestly, if you want to be a sport journalist, professional sport journalist, be a professional sport journalist. You know, will be PRO for Mighty Blackpool, PRO, or you then at the SLFA Media Committee. Then you want report. Waiting, if he, for instance, thing they go na the FA, player then they protest for bonus, match bonus, or what have you. You as the PR person, you are report. How you dey report everybody? You go report, say the player, then they protest against for bonus and this and that. You don't go do them because at the end of the day, you want to protect you PR position where you get with the FA. You know, say the moment you make that mistake, you go get other people and now where they wait. Say, you see, even at the PR way for cover this thing, I don't go report so. You lost conflict of interest. So now that's then one thing we'll do during the run up to this SLFA elections, this is what we done. Then they be already done, they beam me message out there say, as sports journalists, we owe them to the people them. Say, we not for take side. Some of our colleagues them. Everybody. To a point, people them begin tag me, say, me, they support another party. Thomas Daddy Brahma, for instance. And I will say an out today now. Thomas Daddy Brahma, the current SLFA president to Babadi, yeah, I not ever support them because I know if me the leader don't align myself to any person, waiting for the good of the association. Forget about myself again now. Yeah. For the good of the association, then go tag where some of we colleague them, so as the sport journalists them, we align themselves. People then they refer to they say, but so as a sport journalist, the sport journalist there. Up to date, people then they say now the sport journalists then they bring confusion na football.
Yeah, me say me get that thoughts there because program out, you open radio, and people don't even report the sports, like the politics no more, this sports,
exactly.
This sports, I know of instances that allegedly though, who side they go give you the money, say okay, we go to now, we'll discuss this sports on the radio, and these things all just mess up the sports. We forget about the game of itself, and just focus on the politics.
There is a whole lot of things where they surround some of them here. The human, the individual itself. Yes, we all will come out now we use. As responsible as you are. You look for waiting good in your pockets. Yes, then they own that's good. But again, waiting make some of we don't go into journalism. We dey up there, not so magical. Some money then they where you want, you look at it, let's go. Yeah, you get forget your credibility. When Christian Sidoya, they talk today, nobody know with picking point finger. I will left down there. You know what I mean? It's still I would go refer to Istina say when they talk now. It a bit in chest, then they fet a good fet for a colleague. Now the same thing. So as if I will fet a good fet, for instance, I will give you vivid example now. Yeah. We will get issue with the Premier League board when we issue a blackout, news blackout to the Premier League board, the former Premier League board.
I remember was it Remy?
Remy Wilson.
Yes. I remember the back end.
The former chairman of the Premier League board. I engage him. It take over 4 months. We do on this when the incident happened. I engage them, then call me to a meeting. I go see them. I explain. I talk to them for let you understand because from the look of things, waiting I be understand at that time, yeah, and waiting I be know now that chairman for the Premier League board no be know anything about sports because if a sports journalist they attack a sports journalist within the perimeter. When they do interview, you say, because in order to referees report, then you media people are not report them. So the Premier League board not get anything to do with that. Say what? I say, FIFA or CAF, give me accreditation. The fact they don't give me that accreditation, are they within the stadium venue?
You don't like them guests.
Yes, now they right for protect me. All throughout for do me work.
A simple example, just like I invite you to come this program.
Yeah.
Even in law, that's if you bang your foot right now, your foot scrap, I'm liable. It's that deep. For the fact you don't carry a person in premise, you cover the sport, you have a responsibility of protect that person, more so the person, a journalist.
Yeah.
No, my next question would be, how would they do for ensure, say, we, there's this popular saying, raise the game. For raise the game and raise professionalism among young colleagues.
Sure.
Because we don't see several instances where people just want to get some, maybe a media, get accreditation, it just go cover because of it personal. How do we ensure that out of the this is a profession, that people they want to get them daily bread and all that, but we still maintain that credibility? Because sometimes it can paint some of whether they use that brush or paint all man. It's not journalists then and all that.
It's
particularly as SWASA members, how do you ensure, say, for people that come in, you get that difference there and shape there and say, okay, you might not have it all. We all get money, but their standards you don't break. How do you ensure that happens in sport? Because if you had the table, but me covering sport, one of the things when we discovered by that time I kind of sports, I hope the standard and level of people then coming to sports, it was like, oh, I'm not going to do sports no more. People are not taking like as seriously as it should be taking like with sports day right now. So how do we create that balance?
Okay, the first thing first, the capacity. Because when you don't capacitate yourself, yeah, you don't do at that level, petty things not drive you again. Forget you go out of track. That now the first thing. And secondly, we did in engagement now. Yeah, very soon we'll get meeting with the Guild of Editors as well, the media owners them, because again, waiting me don't happen before. Can do 1 hour sports program. When you see you don't do that sports program, it don't done. The reporter or the journalist they out there, they go for get information, get what you go get, put in my pocket. For come for the next day back, you do your 1 hour sport program. There is more into sitting behind the mic, interview posting, and all. When it just happened, the country will find itself. Companies are not supporting, sponsoring sport journal. When sport journalists then begin cover international competition, bigger competitions, yeah, where you see other sport journalists them. When are they all man, big man them. Now only Sierra Leone way would they get people where don't reach certain age. They say, we don't big now, no left this sport. Nah lie. Yeah. You see big people. There's still a cover. Now all this you don't agree on. Some of the international games that would go cover. So, not all at the comfort zone. Say becoming a journalist, I go sit on a stadium at the stand and this and that. Nah lie. You see sport journalists there because some of them stadium then you get you tag. It be big one I chest too. If you not to you as sport journalist for enter, not to entrance. I let you know that. You don't go around do say you for enter. Now you entrance you they use. You media entrance. Big man and the fetch for go cover. Get interview. The beauty about this job is that, but if you don't get story, you know what to make you sports journalist. Now, where you get you story, exclusive stories, stories the way they put you na the world map. Where tomorrow, when you do story, if you article take the globe, it go all over, yeah. People are out there they fan you. Hey, but I want to get on to this journalist. Now so you they make you money. Now so you they make go out na the world. So capacity na one, exposure na two. Now that make, and one other thing, this will be opportunity for whoever na sport journalists where they listen as well. Now we international body, the AIPS, because now we get content creators they all over the world now. So because they want cocktail that, they want show the difference. You know me say because you're a content creator, you're a professional like me. So now they want differentiate that. Because themselves now can want apply for media accreditation. And people like intend for go give then content creator then the media accreditation. We left the professional.
Yeah.
So now AIPS don't engage the International Sports Association them, as well as organizers of big international games now. If you don't get your AIPS card, that your AIPS card and international card that one day, when you are sport journalist, when you get up, you entitled to get accreditation or whatever big competition you get now. Yeah.
Now, very interesting you talk about salon and the sports landscape in salon. A couple of sport journalists that will be salon where they follow now, see them. There's somebody like Magdalene,
yes.
There's Sydney, Australia. There's somebody like Hawa, where all of them do sports now, and you see the difference when in other country and they talk sports. You see the shows there, you see the improvements because maybe sports is looked at as something at the back here. How you intend for engage media owners, newspapers now, radio, television? Because even in newspapers, mostly sports stories, we don't take as if they be at the back. I think say when Truth Media starts, my boss and boss will say, no, there should be a sports story on the front page always. This is one thing we need for show say sports is not an afterthought. It's a way of life. We all for engage past sports. Because now practically the only thing that like for salon, I don't know if you got that too, but sports is the only thing that really brings us together. We don't get division about it. Yeah, religion, yes, we get different religion. But when it's sports, we all come together. I can always get an example of me as a Manchester United fan I think it was Europa League we win a couple of years, like 2016 or they're about to win. Yeah. I did at the cinema and we were watching the game and this guy from nowhere would just say, the guy can hug me, like some tight hug like 5 minutes. Later he left me, I was like, what are this?
That's the beauty of sports.
We don't even care what are the posting, who are you, and put all the things there aside. So how do you make sports so prominent that we take it off the back pages? Let's bring it to the front. Everybody will say this is important.
Yeah, like you say, the engagement. When you mention Amadou Lamranaba, say a make one policy, the newspaper, I'm not surprised because when Lamrana in 2008, 9, okay, yes, 2009, 10, around that period when he starts journalism, he went through the forensic hand. So he know. Yeah.
He went through your forensic hand.
Yes. So he know because
the mic. I'm watching about by the way.
To be honest,
anyway,
in first report where he starts, in first assignment, now in sport.
Yeah, most people start sports or
yes.
God.
So he know, and yes, if you look England now, Sky Sport then gets one program when they can call the back pages. Because in those days, the ages, people then take on sports, not the back page. But you get sports stories them way they attract the front pages. So that culture we get for bring and come back home. Now that make, like I say, this is now a concerted effort. It takes the sports journalists them, the association, the sporting association, the media houses as well. Because if the willingness day from the association, of course, Swasalem, we doors are open. We willing. Me as purpose and no. I don't see what in sports they do. Christian, say the sports business na UK. It papers the entire civil service na Sierra Leone.
I won't be surprised.
Yeah.
So imagine. So if we embrace sport na this country, but Kuma not go to run for go involve himself on other work. True. Take for instance football. When the Premier League starts. One, yes, now the sport journalism make we Sierra Leone Premier League gain popularity. Because you the sport journalist as well. If you don't get story for, they become relevant. Yeah. And now we don't reach an age now where this new media, everybody at the comfort of his own, you watch football, you watch sports anytime. First time pass you get for good, you don't be any screen. You can only use mobile phone, any side you do it now. But the work of the sport journalist now for bring the action. Waiting happen inside the field. You go watch them. At times I can tell someone say, how you they watch football, not also me they watch am. You they watch the action, you dey see. Yes. When game done, I for able tell you something where you not see. Now that's not the uniqueness of the professionalism of sport journalism.
Definitely. Okay, so like we don't blaze the scale, you know. So we always have a sports story, strong one, on the front page, and we get a very young sports reporter. Yeah, what a woman, you know, can do shows Mondays, I think Wednesdays, Fridays. He always did Saturdays.
A woman.
She's doing quite well, and it will be a pleasure for me, the president, and also WIMSA. So we get one candidate for WIMSA.
I will look forward for late to be member of SWASA.
And definitely,
Yeah.
I'm sure it will look at that engagement and, and more opportunities for growth.
Yeah.
Particularly campus sports. You know, so finally, Mr. President of SWASAL, you know, with my vision, probably in the next 1 or 2 years, during presidency, what's that legacy we go on left, you know, as SWASAL president? 2 times, you have a couple of successes, you also get challenges then. And
Sure.
Today is not about your challenges then, because I know say that they always what's that legacy? Samuel Junior be SWASAL president 2 times, which you go on for be remembered with. Not so you die just now, you get for very long by God in power. But what do you want to be remembered as president of SWASAL?
Capacity building champion.
Definitely.
Yeah, and the legacy now that the sports journalism, if for day na this country, na the institution, we for produce people with certificates, then for Olam, Mami Cole start something where we all proud of now today. We go na mass communication department na Fobe College. Now, it don't produce so many. The Francis Soade now, the doctor.
The Ahmed said as well.
Yes, they all pass me.
The
So
rights for the rights, you know, people in the media also.
in my old age now, I will say, Christian in Pekin, yes, he go through sports journalism.
Yeah, maybe elect snap.
Yes.
Say I'm a photographer.
Photo, yes.
So,
And one other good thing where people don't utilize it in this country is photo journalism.
Very serious.
Very serious thing.
People have thousands of dollars for one
Get
picture.
for one picture, one image, you know. And the sport, this boy Ronnie, where they with Leo Stasso now, he will tell you the difference where it don't make when he embrace this thing. So that now one of the legacy, and then of course it's the biggest one, the capacity building there. Only he left. Okay. Then secondly, I would look forward for we get the first resource center for sports journalists in this country, SWASAL Resource Center. We are looking forward to that, you know. And I know say yes, achieving those goals, because I already done defend the exit door now. Then I will sit down in a quiet corner. They say yeah.
Definitely. So this is how Sam always wants to be remembered. I like the way you put on it's very short capacity building champion. Good luck to that. We hope say at the end of your term you'll be remembered for these very good things, and you know it's not about you just leaving that legacy. We hope so people already count board, you know, get the heart for sports and continue. Thank you very much for joining us in the program. You know, Madam Isina Taylor, we don't get a discussion around this Umutonka matter. You know, let's talk about the ECOWAS court. This is one court that people don't really follow most of the time. Once you're in a salon, because I have covered matters there. You know, sometimes people journalists have to follow online. Maybe late hours. Maybe people they don't know the link for go. They don't know that for contact. What is it going to be like when the case starts? Because me very interested, and a lot of people very interested in this matter, the ECOWAS court, because we believe say if we never get precedents back home, the ECOWAS court could serve some very good precedents for us to follow. How coverage of this case therefore gone? We could still do it very objectively and look at all sides, but how we are going to ensure say when I popularize and people then begin to follow the matter and report?
Yeah, so once the case starts, as I said earlier on, we they do advocacy, we want other organizations, them with the work on the issues for CALM board. But also this, the hearings will definitely be online. And we will be providing link of each of the hearing. We will provide, I will send them to media people them. I'm already, the one that we don't cover the stories, then we get we get a list of them. We get links of different media houses them we don't follow. So we would like them also to continue. And also as we go, we also want to make everybody know, say, there are different options. We want to win in the court. We also want to win outside the court. And at Animake, we don't also start engagement with the government. And because the Minister of Justice, na person also where they listen. As soon as there was an introductory email between myself and Ikechukwu, the legal person. I think they have worked before, and he is called on a meeting, and there will be a follow-up meeting. So we want to win in court. We want to also win outside court, because once ECOWAS then say, now this not the judgment, or now this not the recommendations, government will have to pass that recommendation. We want SLBC to change. SLBC is one of the biggest employers in Sierra Leone in media, and there are lots of women that are silent. Lots of women, not only sexual harassment, but intimidation. There are retaliation. There are lots of abuse in SLBC. And as he said recently, then they try to do, MRCG try to do a review of the. But I feel like most times when they do review, they leave the biggest elephant in the room, which is intimidation, sexual harassment, or sexual exploitations. They leave it out completely. They just make a mention in a passing. It should not be in a passing. This should be something that is prioritized, something that we look into. We find solutions where we empathize with women. Because this is why most women, the way they come out, more women than they study mass communication and journalism around the world, and even in Sierra Leone. If I lie or deny me, I'll bring una proof. Yes. Yeah, but they're not coming to mainstream media.
Yes. When President talks something, it comes from a place of authority.
Yeah. They're not the mainstream media. Look, we spot journalists, the way them in beats. What I mean beats, there was a whole committee set up. I mean, they're part of the committee. Now, me and Aminata Finda Masakoi, now we represent women in the media by then. And always will be asked for, President Bingi, we ask, say, therefore apologize. Then there was a public apology because now, yes, and we also ask, say, these people, where them beats them, most of them be admits.
Definitely.
The then sexy,
this and maybe also can always end by giving a commitment. And I will not shy away from giving a commitment here on Truth Media, as long as it's something that has to do with women in the media, sport journalism, something for just promote, to get a platform to speak. We're always here, willing and ready, to be partners. So whenever one get issues like this, definitely, as far as the ECOWAS case concerned, I'm personally going to follow it. Truth Media will be following it and see how we get to the end of it, just in 1 minute. On a very lighter note, I don't know you a couple of years. I don't see a lot of people with here. How's work like, women in the media? I always say, I remember a couple of years ago, they get issues and women had these issues in the media, not women in the media specifically, but women trying to get these issues and hey, Christian, as soon as they happen, I'm like, okay, let women handle their affairs. It's a dicey issue, and what was it being like? Well, being president.
It has not been an easy, like I talk a normal thing, an easy thing. The work where me and Sam always they do, we're not being paid a salary. And to be honest, then just the one the way BC don't put the constitution together, I think they make some mistake. For say, hey, you wait for the work, they work for Wimsal. Imagine if I'm working full time. I resigned now Capital Radio. I was the station manager for Capital Radio. I resigned because when I took over Wimsal, I they work tete na net. Then I sick because I they work Capital. I they work na net. Imagine I they manage boku people them. Then I they manage Wimsal as well affairs. So it's a full-time job. Easy. But what we would want, and that they always waiting. When we left women in the media, when we tenured on, I want to be remembered as the president. We open a lot of doors for Nkompi women.
Thank you very much, Madam President. That's how we'll wrap it up. If you have been new joining us, I will say welcome to the club, but you've been too old in this game for our welcome to the club. So this is what we do, this is what we love to do, and we'll keep doing it, until other people or we think otherwise. Thank you so much, Sam Morris Jr., President of Swasal, and Istina Taylor for joining me on Stop Press. It's been an interesting conversation. This is what we do here. Bring people, get engaging conversations about things that really affect, we all are Salone people then. And, we look at two sectors today, and the matter that is going to start at the ECOWAS court, and for we colleague, we, get several claims of sexual harassment and intimidation, attack on her freedom of speech, and we also look at sports development generally. We'll continue to have these engagements here on Truth Media 103.9 FM. My name is Christian Conte, and I want to thank the technical team, Simon and Ansu, and thank DJ Muski and the mixer, and all my colleagues here on the news team. And everybody, you will listen, you will send your message. We might not be able to get it on the program, but I don't talk so we're going to develop a feedback, response platform where we have your text messages and maybe call-ins once in a while. Thank you so much for being part of the program. My name is Christian Conte, and this is how we say goodbye, and this is Stop Press.
I hope that our visitors would listen to the song carefully, because it's true.